Hello, everyone. My name is Julia, and I'm Director of Engineering here at Hystax. Today, we're going to talk about how to build an efficient FinOps and cloud cost management process at your company. A couple of, I will show the latest product features that have been recently released and go through the engagement process from the very beginning. So we'll also schedule some time for a Q&A session to ensure we answer all your questions. But before we go to the demo part, a couple of words about the company, about Hystax, who we are. So Hystax was founded in 2016, but even before that, the main part of the team had been working together for some time very closely with private and public clouds. So we have more than 10 years of expertise in this field, and working with the cloud, with these clouds for such a long period of time. This led us to creating a product that will really help companies in understanding their cloud usage, cloud spendings, and deliver a way to transparently manage and optimize cloud spends. As you may see, we have quite a lot of customers all over the world. Here are just some of them, like Airbus, Nutanix, Orange, Nokia, Burger King, and so on. We have already worked with cloud-related software, and that makes us expert in this field. We'll proceed with the agenda for today. The agenda is the following. We'll go through these three main points: engaging teams and individual engineers in cloud cost management via Slack. Introducing cluster types, which represents clusters, jobs, and applications, and new VM resizing recommendation that we've just implemented and released. First, let's talk about engaging R&D teams in cloud cost management in general. So, if your company uses Slack, in this case, getting regular reports and alerts provide an easy way to control and manage resources life cycle in one single place. Your team doesn't need to learn a new tool, so 90% of the functionality is available via Slack. Engineers will get instant notifications on the cloud usage. If any actions are required from their side, they can send commands to Slack to operate and manage TTLs of the resources, to see the violated constraints, and so on and so forth. The next point is introducing cluster types in general, which represent clusters, jobs, and applications. This is a unique feature to organize and join cluster resources. So nowadays, it's quite a usual thing that companies use clusters to balance the load, to provide high availability of the services, or just simply run some tasks. Such a set of cloud resources that serve some common purpose, they can be viewed as a single entity from the user perspective. So in many cases, resources are intended as not intended to run independently, but they are created and terminated simultaneously. And usually they have a common attribute like tag that connects them together and makes it easier to organize their resources in the cloud. So such groups of resources, they can be merged into clusters, making them standalone virtual resources in OptScale for better management option. And the last point for today is VM and Kubernetes node right sizing recommendation. Having underutilized resources in the cloud is quite a regular thing. Hence, thread sizing is one of the most effective ways to instantly reduce costs, cloud and Kubernetes costs. It's a process of matching instance types and sizes to your workload performance and capacity requirements at the lowest possible cost. It's also the process of looking at deployed instances and identifying opportunities to eliminate or downsize without compromising capacity or other cloud requirements, which results in low costs. Let's move to the demo part, and afterwards I will say a couple of words about our coming features and coming abilities that we're working on. Okay, here is the main page of OptScale that every user sees when he just visits my.optscale.com. And if you are not registered or just want to try a product before actually using it, you can always use this button, live demo, and we'll prepare some demo environment for you, and you will be able to try the product on some precede data and take a look at how actually the solution works. Let's start with the clusters first, and imagine a situation that I have CI/CD job in the company. We have some CI/CD jobs, and in one of the jobs, there was a process of creating like n number of instances, 5, 6, 10, whatever, with a master node, slave nodes, and so on. And these nodes, obviously, they interact with each other. So they produce some traffic, they use storage, and so on. And now in OptScale, I can easily merge all the resources into a cluster by creating a new cluster type that can be created from the menu to the left. Cluster types right over here. Even in the demo mode, live demo mode, we've created some percent data, so you could check how it will look in your actual environment. If I want to add some new cluster type, I need two things to specify. The first one is name. That's like only a meaningful name of the cluster to identify it within the system. And the next one is tag key. It's actually the key of the tag used in your cloud, for example, AWS or Azure. I know for sure that this preset data has a tag, has resources with a tag purpose. Purpose, okay, yeah. And I want to create this, I want to merge all the resources with the tag purpose into one single cluster. I just need to click to create this cluster type. But the next thing I need to do is to click reapply cluster types to actually apply and regroup the resources in my cloud, in my OptScale connected cloud. When I click reapply, we start a background process with regrouping the resources already discovered resources. As for the new resources, they will automatically be discovered by some cluster types if they fit any. And now when I have my cluster types already created, I can easily filter them by the resource type and using the name that I specified. This can be like some preset ones that have already been created, or there is a new one that I have already created. uh, as for the resources themselves, as the cluster is like a single entity, um, I can even assign clusters to some owners. I can set some constraints, some TTLs, expense limits to clusters in general, and they will act as a single asset. Um, that's it about the clusters from my side. Feel free to write your questions to the question to the appropriate question filled in your Livestorm application. And I will move forward to the right sizing and then Slack, and then go back to the questions. The next thing that we've implemented and introduced is right sizing. Of course, the right sizing recommendation features, it helps you to identify cost-saving opportunities by downsizing or terminating instances of Kubernetes nodes in AWS and Azure. And right sizing recommendations, they analyze your resources and usage to show opportunities for how you can lower your spending. You can see all of your underutilized instances across members, across your accounts, across your even clouds. And under recommendations and active, there's a new row, and from this row I can see that I have 7 underutilized instances that can save me up to 49,000 dollars. That's quite a lot, actually. So regarding the regarding what I can see from the recommendation right over here, we actually monitor the performance of their resources and identify if the resources are utilized correctly, like not only correctly, but in the right way. So the resources are used for purpose, let's say that way. So from this table right over here, I can see that my instance, this one in my AWS account in this region, it uses the following flavor, and this flavor costs me too much, and this machine is not used in a proper way. So I'm recommended to downsize the flavor of this machine, and this can save me quite a lot. The rest for the AWS, for the Azure cloud, there will be recommended flavors and the amount of savings in money and percent equivalent. The very last thing I'm moving forward today is having Slack notifications and engaging your engineers into this process. So having recommendations and some notifications only to manage your account is not enough to effectively act in case of underutilized resources or violated TTLs or anything like this. It requires quite a lot work of the manager to find every single person who's responsible for the resource, and to ask him to delete this resource, clean up some old data, or or anything like this. So what we suggest is to use Slack and simply add our app, simply add our application um, to um, to get notifications to Slack directly. As far as many DevOps teams, many engineering teams, they use Slack in their everyday life. And it's a very nice way to have everything in one place. To install Slack app, if you want to try it, please contact our support team. They will provide you with a link. It's not yet in the application directory of Slack, but just please contact us to get it. I will use the link directly as far as I know it. my.upscale.com. Sorry, I will copy it. Don't remember by heart. Yep. Okay, so here is the link. We'll add it to UI, of course. To simply clicking on the UI button, you will be forwarded to this page to add a Slack to your to add a Slack app to your workspace. For this demo, I have this this new workspace. So this space have never been added with an Slack app, OptScale Slack app. So I will allow to perform the following actions to allow to send the messages to the channel that I prepared for the notifications. When the application is installed, you get this greeting message and the link to OptScale to authorize and connect Slack app to your account, to your OptScale account. I'm not automatically forwarded to the OptScale, my.optscale.com. And as far as I have already been authorized right over here, the application is connected automatically. And what I see in my Slack app is that my organization has already been added. And I can choose it as a default one. If you have several organizations that you are a member of, and you connect, you want to connect a Slack app, you will just need to choose the one for your default organization. And here are the things that our application supports for now. You can get the list of organizations. You can get the list of resources and the set alerts right directly from here. So if I want to get all the resources that I have in my organization, I just need to message resources to the Slack app, and it will return back to me the list of resources, like top list of resources from my connected cloud. I can get the details. I can even set some TTLs, update them right from here, and that's what the engineers can do themselves. When the application is installed, the next thing I want to get actually the notifications from Slack to automatically from the Slack app to automatically notify me with some failed TTLs, with some problems that I have in my cloud. So I need to add an app to my channel to be able to send alerts to this channel. So we're writing a bot that will notify me and all the subscribers about the cloud usage expensive. So simply manager can do all this stuff. So he can add an app, add this app to notifications, and the team will get notifications about their cloud usage. They will need just to monitor this channel and to read it to make sure they don't have violated details, they don't use too much budget, and so on. I can set alerts directly from the Slack app. As far as I don't have any alerts, I want to add a new one, and I want to add an alert where the engineering team and the sub pools that they have, when the expenses this month are more than 50%, so I want to get the notification right to my channel. And I can add as many alerts as I need with different thresholds, with different values to track. So if I want to track the forecast, that's also possible. All I need to do, I need to first create proper pools in OptScale for some jobs, for some departments, for some teams that I have in my organization. And just when everything's ready, invite engineers to this channel to join it and to just take part in correct cloud cost management and help the team and the company to adopt FinOps. That's actually it from the demo part, and I saw that there were some questions, so let me now answer the questions. The very first question is, do you plan to support Microsoft Teams as well? The answer is yes, of course. Yes, we'll support it in a few months. Please contact us if you would like to discuss it in more details. The next question is, can we connect on-prem server also? If by on-prem server you mean some on-prem cloud, like some VMware cloud, some OpenStack cloud, the implementation itself is not ready yet, but you can you can always contact us via info hystax.com, and we can discuss all the details and their priorities, of course. Is there any scope of Spring Cloud also, or private server? So I think that I have previously answered this question regarding the private servers, private clouds. But if you are talking about the private deployment of the solution, that's also possible. If you want to have a private deployment of OptScale in your own environment, just again, please contact us to discuss all the details. The next question: what is the difference from other similar products like Cloud Health and so on? Of course, there are some similar things that we do with Cloud Health, but what we suggest to our customers, we suggest these unique things like engaging engineers into the process. We educate also FinOps during using of OptScale. We also help our partners, our customers to adopt FinOps in their companies for the right cloud cost usage and reducing their the cloud cost in general. And this last cluster things, it's also quite unique. So I would say that that's also that differentiator that we have, and that the very next thing that we're working on that will also identify, like, make us different from our competitors is coming soon, cloud cost management and FinOps for Kubernetes. So Kubernetes is very widespread right now, and that's why we're also working on the implementation of the Kubernetes support. And this will allow to transparently see the costs across the pods, services, and namespaces. Also, will provide Kubernetes cluster optimization, because that's one of the important things to optimize cluster pods and cluster nodes and so on. From the very moment you won't struggle anymore to figure out how much you spend for each of the applications or services in Kubernetes, as it gives the full visibility and all the same functionality that you get in OptScale now for cloud resources. We're planning to, and we're working on the way to get the metrics for unit economics pretty easy, and creating some TTL rules and even team assignments instead of having only single engineers assignments to engage the whole teams into this process. Also with Slack, we provide not only notification services, but also the management services. So managers, engineers, they can, using the comments, they can set the alerts, they can set some details, they can manage the resources they have in the cloud. The next question is, am I right that Slack interface is more than for engineers rather than managers? I would say that Slack interface can be easily used by both engineers and managers, just depending on the company policies, I would say. But engineers are more used to using Slack in general, and that's more comfortable for them to operate some new applications also via Slack, because they have everything in one single place, like Jira, like CI/CD jobs notifications, and so on and so forth. They don't need to monitor their emails that they get constantly. What about data security? So we require only read-only permissions to read the reports from your cloud. When you connect a cloud account, we use the credentials that you provide to only read the reports, the billing reports from the cloud that you connect. And as for the next question about the free trial version for testing this product, you can use this live demo mode to try to try the product for 7 days, and this demo organization is created for 7 days. But if you want to try this on your own account, just for some time for free, please contact us and send a message to info@hystax.com, and our sales team will contact you directly to provide you with some more details. One more question. Every 6 months, AWS upgrade Kubernetes version. In this case, how we can make sure about cost, just like previous, we have K8, now we have K9. Sorry, I don't quite understand your question. If you could maybe rephrase it somehow or provide with some more details. And as my colleagues advise me. We have 14 days trial, and for small companies, we provide something free. So just please contact again our info hystax.com. That was an awkward pause. I was waiting for some questions, and looks like everything has already been answered. Uh, Please feel free to contact us and send your questions if you have any. We'll be happy to answer them. Okay, thank you. Clarification regarding the version, Kubernetes version. I mean to say when a Kubernetes version is upgraded, in this case, how we manage the cost. Mm, mm, Unfortunately, I don't have this implementation details right now, but we'll of course take a look at this case, and we can let you know. If you again, please contact us. We will let you know about the details of the support of Kubernetes version upgrade. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for attending this meeting of this webinar. Have a good day and enjoy your evening if everyone's having it right now. Thank you. Bye.